Yes, I realized I ended last week promising to go back to the basics of this show and take a look at a crappy martial arts movie, but I saw the title of this movie in the bargain bin and simply couldn't walk away without it. I mean, who wouldn't want to watch a movie with jungle girls, dinosaurs, and lost islands in it? And with it being on a lost island, I thought maybe it'd be a cheap knockoff of Dinotopia. Sadly, the movie is nothing like Dinotopia. It manages to make the dinosaurs a meager footnote in the story despite the word appearing in the title. I'll be upfront and saying that I don't care for the story of this movie. If you want the basic gist of the plot, it's about a girl that gets stranded on a lost island with dinosaurs on it, which don't appear until about halfway through, near the end of the second act anyway. And she has to stop two incompetent things from stealing a golden monkey statue. If this golden monkey statue is removed from the cave it's hidden in, it will cause the island they're on to be utterly destroyed by a volcanic eruption. Why the golden monkey statue prevents this eruption from happening is never really explained. How the dinosaurs are still around is never really explained either. They just exist. Then again, considering there's magic in the story, I guess I shouldn't really think so much about it. Then again, maybe I should, because the golden monkey statue looks like something a human would make. So how could it exist millions of years ago when the dinosaurs were around? And how did it preserve them for so long if they aren't eating and are just sleeping underground or in a hidden cave that closes over when the statue's where it's supposed to be? How exactly did this work, and how did this setup happen? I guess it's not important to the story as a whole, but it would be useful and interesting background information to have. Though that makes me sound like I'm more interested than I am, because quite frankly I find scenes like this to be rather detestable.
But Emma, beware, the spell won't work with primitive creatures like crocodiles and dinosaurs.
Look, I don't know where this idea came from, but I'd hardly call dinosaurs a primitive species, or collection of species if you want, a genre. Especially considering the last of them died out around 65 million years ago. And how are the how are the crocodiles too primitive as well? Yeah, their evolutionary line is rather old and hasn't changed much in general body plan or behaviors over the course of eons, but snakes are a rather old genre of animals as well, and easily date back to before the extinction of the dinosaurs, so I'm calling plot BS for why the dinosaurs and crocodiles can't talk, in order to create easily solved problems later on down the road. Also, why can the dolphin talk automatically? Is it because it's a mammal? Well, why can't the monkey talk without the aid of a spell being cast then? And is this strictly necessary?
Good job, Chunty.
It gets even more confusing when you realize that the animals made that outfit for her, while complaining just moments before that they need to stop the incompetent villains as soon as possible. So why did they take the time out of their day to make a new outfit for her? Yeah, her old outfit was dirty and torn up, but it's not like she couldn't have gotten by with it, and it was more covering than what they gave her. In fact, she even comments on how little his skin is covered by this outfit.
It's a bit small.
And for on a tangent, I guess, well, not tangent, why is the golden monkey statue green? I'll make that my last question, because I could probably go on if I really thought about it, but these are things that just bug me. If you couldn't tell from the clips I've already used, the animation quality in this movie isn't that impressive for a movie released in 2002. In fact, I'd probably say it's rather poor and on the low end, but that's probably what you should expect. I mean, this is a direct-to-DVD release, and it's not that much worse than the Mulan movie I looked at previously, because it's also by the same studio, Burbank Animations, who've released a catalog of cheap animated movies, several of which I own and will probably eventually look at. I'm not looking forward to it, really, because there's just not a lot of quality there, either in the animation, the storytelling, or anything, really. So I'm not expecting too much from them, even when they're doing classical stories. But I'm getting off on a tangent at this point. I guess if you want a conclusion, because I really don't want to space out anything else with this video, and I just want to get it done with, I wouldn't watch this movie or recommend it. Despite its title, it's just not very appealing, and it falls apart if you start trying to actually think about anything. Maybe a little kid might be entertained by it, but I think the box art says enough about the quality of this movie, because if you compare it to the actual characters in the movie, they don't look anything alike. It says a lot about your company when you're willing to put that little effort into things, doesn't it? Till next time, see ya.